Part 10 of the first number of Art in Australia, 1916. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. The Hilder Exhibition by Bertram Stevens. Illustrated by Dora Creek. The last watercolour painted by J. Hilder. In the possession of Mrs. J. Hilder. The Lone Exhibition of Watercolours by the late J. Hilder, held in Sydney in July last, was a memorable event. Fellow artists who wished to do honour to Hilder collected over 200 of his pictures from their owners and arranged them harmoniously in Julian Ashton's studio, where the public was invited to see them without charge. It was a fine tribute, the first of the kind in Australia, and one we may imagine that Hilder would appreciate. The exhibition was open for a fortnight, and was largely attended. Many of the visitors, no doubt, knew little of the technique of painting, but they saw beautiful effects and were delighted. Here were paintings of more or less familiar places, not as the ordinary person sees them, though doubtless as he would like to see them. Romance dwelt in these scenes, for Hilder put it there. He had it in abundance, and transmitted it through every stroke of his brush. Hilder's feeling for colour harmonies was unerring. Rich colours appeal to simple tastes, to youth and to primitive people. As man becomes more sophisticated, he thinks more of the fine intershades and neutral tints than of the riotous primaries. Hilder did not have time to become old, but he developed rapidly, and towards the end he tried to realise the subtler harmonies of grey and blue and green, or the exquisitely vague lemon tints of the evening sky, more often than the strong colour of such a picture as his Deviation. Some critics found the influence of Corot in Hilder's later work. He did not see the bent tree in the Melbourne Gallery until after he had found himself on the same path as the French master. The attitude of both to nature was identical, and in the young Australian, as in the greater Frenchman, there burned the genuine flame. Artists who knew the difficulty of Hilder's achievement were enthusiastic over the extent and variety of his work. When it was learned that the Lone Exhibition represented only half of what he had done in a period of less than 10 years, with the handicap of steadily failing health. This concentration of his art within one room gave for the first time an idea of Hilder's versatility. A single picture may be sufficient to betray mastery, but it is necessary to know the breadth as well as the height of a man's work in order to estimate his value. Under the spell of so much beauty, and without means of comparison, I would not attempt to say where Hilder stands as a watercolourist. I could not help feeling, however, that it would be a very good thing for Australia if our national galleries were to form representative collections of our best artists' paintings and keep them together on their walls. Imagine the permanent interest there would be in a panel of even 20 Hilders, comprising the best of each of his periods, and in similar panels of the best work of Streeton, Lambert, and other Australian artists. It is not too late to make them now. End of Part 10.